Hi, I'm Susan Hersh from Meet the Experts. There comes a point in life where you have to give up one of your favorite sports. And there's many reasons why. It could be because of a sport injury, it could be because of a health issue, it could also simply be that you don't have the strength anymore for that sport. Well, today I have Jennifer Clark here to share her story and her love for cycling. Hey, Jennifer.
Hi, Susan.
Nice to have you here. So you were a runner for years. Why did you give up running?
I loved running. It was so efficient. It was great weight control, great way to come back from having babies. But I injured my foot, and after 3 surgeries and 2 times trying back, I finally got the message, okay, I gotta try something else. So I remembered I had a bike in the garage, and it was like a Toys R Us bike, you know, not even with gears to shift, but something I rode around the block with the kids when they were little. So I started riding a bike.
And how old were you when you started riding?
Certainly in my 40s, probably late 40s.
So you started
48.
cycling at 48. That's incredible. What level are you riding at these days?
Well, I've worked up to about 45 miles at a time and about 13 miles an hour average, which in my club is a C-Star ride.
That's fantastic.
It is, and I feel a sense of pride and accomplishment about it. What I've discovered is riding with other people really pulls me along. I definitely hang in there longer and try harder.
So that's what's able to give you that 45-mile edge for the given day.
Right.
Whereas if you're cycling by yourself, you may not have the
I get tired. I want to quit.
So why do you like cycling?
Well, what I've discovered, I tried it first because I wanted something that was easy, that I could do from home. My kids were older, I could give it a little more time, because cycling takes more time than running. But I wanted to feel that athletic high that I remembered getting from running, that I loved. And if you push yourself cycling, you can get into a nice zone where you get that.
And also, you belong to a bike club.
I do.
So that seems like it could be friendly as well and social.
For sure, that was also a benefit. I can't say that it was the primary reason I joined. I mostly needed routes. I needed somebody to lead me and on routes that I could follow and learn, but I've discovered it has been a huge plus for me socially to be in a bike club. I make good friends.
And it seems like you're also an outdoors person and you appreciate the beauty in the landscape.
It's probably another motivator to riding is that you get out in the country, you put the bike on the car, we do what we call remote starts, so we can go through farmland, and we go for weekends, Vermont, to the shore. It very much is a nice way to see seasons change, although I don't ride in the winter.
Because it's very cold outside.
It's too cold.
But as far as the attire and the clothing these days, I know that so many cyclists are wearing advanced technical fabrics, and they have carbon shoes, which are the lightest shoes that you could possibly have. Cleat styles are preferable in cycling. I know that a lot of cyclists are crazy about what socks they're going to wear. But I know we've had this conversation, and you tend to be a little bit more casual and carefree. Why is that?
At first, I just felt bike clothing was silly looking. I have to tell you the truth. And it's expensive. So I got used to just putting a sweater on and regular shorts and a sweatshirt. And I was timid about clipping my feet onto pedals. And I still am, although I use cages which hold my feet onto the pedal.
So you do have some stability, which helps give you the propel. Yes.
Right. And I'm just used to the regular clothing, and I never felt compelled to buy, yeah.
And get into all the expensive gear, and you can still enjoy the sport, and obviously don't have a problem accomplishing 45 miles.
Right.
So I'm curious, do you have anything in your diet at all to give you this endurance and stamina, or do you take vitamins, or do you take any over-the-counter drugs that helps you?
I really don't.
So you're built like an ox, you're strong.
I am probably naturally just strong, and I would say that's my ability is based on my stamina, not technique so much, which is why I would encourage anybody who doesn't think of themselves as an athlete to cycle, because anybody can get on a bike and anybody can do something.
So what do you think the best way for a woman to start cycling later in life? What would you give her advice? How's the best way for her to go about doing something like that?
Well, I think it's important not to overinvest in a bike or clothing at first. So if you can borrow a friend's bike, if you have an old bike, that maybe get it tuned up, and just start slowly. You know, I started as a D rider. Maybe I went on a 10 or 12 mile ride.
And the D rider is the first level?
It's the first level in the club, so you can show up, you can get encouragement, and just go around the block a few times, and then go a little further. I think a lot of us push ourselves too much when we start a new sport, and it really is okay to just do what you can.
So I know that you have a very strong mantra. What is that?
Well, I would tell anyone to just, move and do what you can, and accept that as you grow older, and we all do, it's really okay to just do what you can.
I think that's
anything
fantastic.
is better than nothing.
That's wonderful, and it's so empowering. It's such great wisdom to share with other women. It really is, because we become very hard on ourselves as we get older.
For sure.
Well, I thank you so much for spending time with me
You're
today,
welcome.
Jennifer. Thank you.
My pleasure.
I'm Susan Hersh from Meet the Experts, and until the next time, I'll see you again.